What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is May already. It is May. And listen, I want to talk to you today about escaping the mundane in trichology. Hopefully, hey, Martia. Hopefully, you are able to join in the conversation. I would really like some people, if they can, to volunteer to jump on and tell me, like, why you feel like trichology is dry? Like, what is the mundane? Do you remember when you first heard about trichology and you were like, look, I'm going to be a trichologist. I'm going to change the whole face of this thing in my town, in my neighborhood, in my community. How are you? And I really want to change the face of what hair and scalp care looks like in my community. And so you started searching, you started inboxing people, you started scouring the internet, and you were like, listen, I need to be a trichologist. Not only for the people that I can help, but I want to be more than uh, just a stylist, or I want to be more than just somebody that can style hair, but I want to have solutions, right? Oh, speaking of solutions, hey, alopecia solutions. So this is my thing. When I talk about escaping the mundane in trichology, I'm talking about getting your spark back, right? There are a lot of us that, like, we started out and we're like, oh my gosh, I really love trichology. I love everything about it. I like what it stands for. I love the smile on the clients' faces. But then, right, you get into this thing where you start to hear a lot of sob stories, right? Clients are crying. They have bigger issues, right, than what you felt like you were prepared for. When you got into trichology, you were like, all right, I'm going to be a trichologist, but what I want to do is I just want to grow hair, right? So you didn't understand, and people didn't let you know that trichology is more than growing hair, right? And sometimes you won't grow any hair, right? But if you can stop the hair loss, you're winning. If you can teach the client a different mindset, you're winning. So when you think about trichology and you think about everything that it is, right? It's still exciting, but somehow, some way, going down the line, it has gotten really mundane, right? It has been this thing where you're just like, oh my God. Like, I have one colleague in trichology, and she's just like, look, it's too sad. It's just too sad. It's too much going on. They weeping, they crying. They got this diagnosis, that diagnosis. They got a list of pills. They got all this other stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, right? So if you want to jump on, please do. Let me know if you want to jump on. But until then, I'm going to give you 3 ways that we can jump out of or escape the mundane in trichology, because I want you to still be excited about it. I want you to be I want you to be a game changer. I want you to be a trendsetter. And the only way that you're going to do that in trichology is if you still have the spark, right? So let's get down to it. I always got notes. I'm always writing notes. So you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing, right? So the first thing I want to help you to do, number one, way to escape the mundane in trichology, if you're writing down, if you're texting it, if you're putting it in the chat. Number one, revisit your creativity. If you are going to escape the mundane in trichology, share this with somebody. If somebody you know is a trichologist and they're like, look, it don't work. I done spent all this money. I don't know what to do. Share this with them. Number one, revisit your creativity, right? Because most of us are stylists first, right? Or stylists in tandem with, right? So create systems, create healthy techniques, create programs that speak to the science or protocol and beauty, right? Thank you so much for writing that down. So you want to revisit your creativity. You are going to create systems. You are going to create healthy techniques. You are going to create programs that speak to science and protocol and beauty. Now, why does this make sense to do? Listen, I'm going to tell you like I tell my kids, I tell everybody. Everybody's making this stuff up. The person that you admire the most, they created. They are creators. There's a difference between being a consumer and a producer. Those that create are producers. So when you find that you have lost your spark in trichology, I want you to look at the fact that you may not be a producer. You may not be creating. And does that mean reinvent the wheel? No, you're you, right? You're Monica. So you're going to put Monica Flair on the thing that's already there. We were having a meeting last night with the membership group, and I was talking about how, you know, it was always a stigma in my community when I was growing up not to be a copycat, or as we said in my neighborhood, a copycatter, right? And one of the people on our Zoom last night said her friend told her it's all right to be a copycat as long as you copying the right cat, right? So there are structures, there are systems, there are protocols that were already created. But guess what? It's just not you. So can you find a way without plagiarizing, without straight jacking somebody for their stuff? Can you find a way to implement those things that you've learned along the way so that you can create something? So we're talking about escaping the mundane in trichology. Number one, you're going to revisit your creativity. Number two, rebrand. Do not be afraid to rebrand. Now that you finished with school and you've done everything to mimic others, I need you to rebrand to express who you want to be and where you see trichology going for you. Rebrand. Do not be afraid to rebrand. Where do you see trichology going for you? What does it look like for you? When you heard of trichology and your mind went to this space, what did you see? What would you change? What would you do? What would you add? What would you take away? What would you take away? Somebody said, I say you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just jump on the wheel. Absolutely. Listen. Rebrand. Do not be afraid to rebrand. All of us have done it. If you see anybody that's really winning in trichology, then know that I consider myself a winner. Okay. Know that I have done what I thought everybody else was doing first. And then I broke away. Then I rebranded. I remember when I first learned trichology and I really got a grip on it. I thought that my next step was teaching everybody trichology. I'm going to teach trichology. If you want to learn trichology, come to me. If you want to be this, come to me. If you want to do that, come to me. Now, will I train someone to be a hair loss practitioner? Absolutely. Because I understand that what I have is valuable and it's going to put them above. So when they're ready to become a full trichologist, they're going to have all the tools that they need. But what I realized was that, okay, Maisha, you cannot stay stuck. You're going to have to rebrand. So after you learned everything, it's just like with hairstyling. You go to a class, you learn a certain technique, and then after a while you find out, oh wait, while I was doing this was a shortcut. This was something else I could have added. This is something that I could have taken away. This was the long way around, but because I do this, I can add this, and I can rebrand. What did you look like before? Are you still branded as a stylist that may have taken a little trichology course? Are you a stylist that, like we look up and down your page, you have all the weaves, all the color, all the cut, right? But then you got this and this for trichology, and you really want to get in trichology? You may have to rebrand, right? What would you change? What would you add? What would you take away? Am I really freezing? I hope I'm not freezing. You can come over to Instagram if I'm freezing. All right. Okay, so we're still talking about escaping the mundane in trichology. So number one was revisit your creativity. Number 2 was rebrand. Number 3, launch a new product. What? Okay. Launch a new product, right? And guess what? It may not be that new. It may not be that new. You want to relaunch a product. Okay, cool. You want to relaunch a product or an idea that you either want to launch a new product or relaunch a product or an idea that you tried when you first started. Because now you got more tools. Now you have more techniques. Now you have more experience. Now you have more understanding to make it work this time. So I want you to look at something that you can relaunch. When you were excited and you first started Trichology and you said, I'm going to talk about alopecia areata, and you didn't understand that maybe, oh, you know what? If I use the UV light, I could do da 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 da. Or if I talk about psoriasis, I can do da 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 da. I can come up with a system. I'm going to create a new product. I'm going to launch a new product, or I'm going to relaunch something that I maybe created before and it did not work. It's not that it was a bad idea. It just wasn't time. How are you going to escape the mundane from Trichology? You got to revisit your creativity. You are creative. Like I said when I first started, most of us are stylists first. So you know what it is to create. You know what it is to put something together. You know what it is to come out with something and call it something, right? So I want you to create a system, even if that's a system of how you do things. What's a system? A system are little pieces strung together to make a whole, I don't want to say system again. So little pieces strung together to make a machine, right? That's your system. So your system, your new system might be, all right, when the client comes in, I'm going to put a robe on them. I'm going to give them a bottle of water that has my custom logo on it. There's going to be essential oil infusers in the room. And I'm going to automatically sit them under the laser with the sun, with the eye protection on, and let them listen to jazz for 15 minutes. That's my system. That's my welcome system. What does a system look like to you? One of my systems is that when I do electroporation and my client is laying on the massage table, I put 24 karat gold under eye patches under their eyes. It's a system of relaxation for me. I have instrumental smooth jazz playing. So I want you to look at your creativity. There's nothing wrong with being creative. It is no reason you should be dry in Trichology. It should not be boring. If you hate it, you got to do something else. You have to revisit your creativity, right? Number 2 was rebrand. Now you done copied, you done did everything they said at the school. But now it's time for you to say, you know what? Now that I've done that, I need to orchestrate some kind of, what are my new colors? What are my colors saying? Do I need some green to represent health? Do I need some yellow because I want to be friendly, right? Do I need some red because I want to show power and strength, right? What am I presenting? I need to rebrand. Maybe my font looked crazy. Maybe it was too soft. Maybe it looked like I was a hairstylist and I was just like pretending to add something else. Maybe I want to be really serious in my Trichology side. So I need to rebrand. And finally, again, you want to launch that new product. Launch your new products or relaunch an old product that didn't do so well. Hey, maybe there was a product that did really well when you first started that you can launch again, but you want to rebrand it. Change the colors, change the name of it, add something else to it, take something out of it, add a live class to it, right? So if you are mundane, If you are struggling in trichology, I need you to look at the fact that you have to escape. It's time to do something differently. Revisit your creativity, rebrand, launch or relaunch. You have to do something differently, right? Because if you don't, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of effort, and now you're frustrated. You spent thousands of dollars, hundreds of hours. You've done this, and this. Now you got all these crazy tools in your space. You calling it a clinic, and now you have to turn back around and say, "Oh no, I just do hair, or I just do this, I just do that." No, everything can work together, but you have to be willing to escape the mundane. You do it in your salon, do it in the clinic. Put some things together, take some things out, make some things seasonal. But I need you to escape the mundane in trichology. So I got something new coming up. We're working on some money making activities in the private membership group, and so we're going to be having subscriptions. Now, when you see it, I need you to jump on it. It's going to only be $15. Anybody hear me? It's going to be $15. I'm going to allow you into my space. Now, this is not going to be the regular membership. This subscription is going to allow you to be one of my close friends, and I'm going to give you all the tea, everything that I do inside the clinic. So I'm going to give you business tips. I'm going to let you see what's what. So there might be a little piece of something that you needed from a protocol. I'm going to be showing it there. I'm going to show you my exact protocols. I'm going to give you trainings that I've already done that I charge hundreds of dollars for, right? $15 a month. $15 a month. And it is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, right? So I'm going to be giving you, you're going to be a part of my close friends and Instagram. And I'm going to give y'all the tea. I'm going to give y'all the real. I'm going to show you how to build your business, things that you may need, things that you may be missing, just tips. I come up with so much stuff that I use and that I share, and I want to share it with you, and I want it to be affordable. Right? So I am so excited about this subscription, and I want you to look out for it no later than next Friday. It is going to be live. It might be before then because I'm super excited, but it is going to be only $15. You're going to be in, and it's only exclusive stuff. I'm only giving you the exclusive stuff. So protocols, how to create protocols, treatment plans, what to put in your treatment plan. I'm going to be answering exclusive questions, and it's going to move like this, right? So because it's going to move like this, I'm going to have a limited amount of people. I'm only accepting only a few people because I want you to get everything that you need to get, and it's going to move quickly. It's going to move quickly. So you're going to be able to see some things that you may not see in other places. And I'm so excited, right? All right. So I just want to encourage you today, escape the mundane in trichology. I want you to revisit your creativity. I want you to rebrand, look at new colors, look at a new way of talking, a new way of dressing, a new way of showing up. Be more consistent. Be serious about your thing, huh? Also, I want you to launch a new product or relaunch a product. I am so excited for you, for your trichology business and what's going to be happening. All right. So have a great day today. Tell somebody the subscription is coming. It's going to be off the chain. Have a great day today. Happy hair growing.